to tell you about how to use the meal tracking logs that I have created for you. You can use this with 21 Day Fix, 21 Day Fix Extreme, and Insanity Max 30. So once you have the link to the shared folder on your Google Drive, what you need to do is refer to your book and figure out your calorie level. And once you've got that, then you can start getting all of your meal planning done. So let's say you are on the 1500 to 1799 calorie level. So we'll click on that spreadsheet and then right mouse click and go down and select make a copy here at the bottom. Now the system will make a copy for you. And here it is. And what you can do then is you can actually move it out of the shared group into your own drive, so not everybody will have to look at that. But if you want to keep it in the folder, just know that everybody else is going to be looking at it. So let's go ahead and double click to open that up. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and change the name of this so I know that it's my spreadsheet. I like to keep the calorie count there, so I'm going to delete everything else and just put Chrissy 21 Day Fix and then leave the 1500 to 1799 in there. So now we're looking at the first tab. This is where all of your foods are listed, just like in the little booklets that you're provided when you get the containers. This actually has them all on one page, so you can scroll over and look over here at your free foods, go down the screen a little bit, look at your teaspoons, scroll back over and you see that you have all of your oranges and your blues. Take note, I do not have some of the substitutions on here. I do have all the 3 times a week, 2 to 3 times a week substitutions for the yellows on here, but I do not have those for when you are eating out. So you will need to make sure to refer to your book on that. So now, let's say that there's a food that you need to add to the list. It wasn't initially included. My example I always like to use is spaghetti squash. Even though it's considered a winter squash, I like to differentiate. So we're going to go ahead and add that. So click on the last tab, which is called List. Go down to the very bottom of column A where the next available spot is, and it looks like it's 192. So I'm going to go ahead and type in spaghetti squash to add this to my list. Tab over, and we know it's a green because it's a squash, the winter squash, and we go ahead and do that. So now it'll be available for me to use. So let's start doing some meal planning. Go ahead and click on week 1. Now you'll see the setup here. You have your days, and all of your days are numbered by the day of the week. So day 1 is always Monday for me. You have your meal, your food, in column C, your container, and so that means how many containers you used, and then the color of the container. And then over here in this area that I'm highlighting, you have your totals. So you have what is required on the top, your total that you've actually eaten for the day, and then what you have left to eat. So let's go ahead and for meals, so I'm going to click on the drop down arrow, I'm going to select breakfast. Breakfast for me is always Shakeology, and I always have just 1 serving of that. And I think tomorrow I might be a little crazy and throw half a banana in there, so I'm going to put a banana, and half a banana we know is 1 serving. And then I'm also going to add some peanut butter just to get a little extra flavor in there. So now you'll see the system or the spreadsheet automatically populates everything for you. So it says that Shakeology is red, banana's purple, and peanut butter is a teaspoon. You look over here, your totals have also increased under those categories, and they have been subtracted from what you need, so you know that you still have 3 reds left when you started with 4. So now let's go ahead and look at our snack for the day. I typically like to have something really light in the mornings because my Shakeology typically carries me through till lunchtime and I don't have to worry about that. But I'm going to go ahead and plan to have some carrots, some baby carrots that day, and 1 serving of that. And then let's looking at lunch. Since I'll be at work, we need something easy, so I'm going to have a turkey sandwich. So we have our whole wheat bread, and then we're going to have turkey slices and probably some mustard on there. And you don't really have to fill anything in there because it is a free. And the next thing I will probably do is also include an apple. I really love green apples, and I will also bring along some more peanut butter because I really, really like my peanut butter. I'm going to go ahead and have 2 teaspoons with that with my apple. And that will be my lunch. So now we're looking at snack in the afternoon. And by the time the afternoon gets around, I'm usually pretty darn hungry. So I know I'm going to be needing some more protein. So I'm going to do a Greek yogurt. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do another vegetable. So I'm going to have some cucumbers. And look, it didn't pop up over here. So that means it didn't find cucumbers. So I think what I'm going to have to do is take off the S on the cucumbers. And yep, looks like it works that way when you're spelling. So that way you know. Sometimes you just have to try the spelling. You can always go back to the list and look for the item and spell it how you like to spell it. So I'm going to have Greek yogurt and cucumber for snack. And then dinner rolls around, I'm definitely having my zucchini because that is the best meal to have on Mondays. And that has zucchini, and 1 medium zucchini is 1 green. And I'm going to have some mushrooms on there. I'm going to have 1 serving of that. It has tomato sauce, and I only use about 0.25 of a purple on that. And it has some mozzarella. And I only use about half of a blue when I do mozzarella. And then I have some turkey meatballs that I put on there. So that's actually lean ground turkey. And have 1 of those. And looks like I spelled mozzarella wrong. So go back and fix that. There we go. Now, if you look up at your totals up here, I still have a lot to eat. I still have 2 yellows, 0.75 of a purple, 0.5 of a blue, and 1 of an orange, and still 1. Oh, I forgot I do have EVOO when I cook this, so we'll use my last teaspoon there. So I still have a lot of things, so maybe I'll have some garlic bread tonight. But looks like I am running out of room under the 1s, so I need to add some lines in here. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight row 18. Just click on the number 18, and then I'm going to right mouse click and insert 1 below. And that gives you an extra row. I'm going to do that a couple of times here because I know I'm going to need quite a few more spaces. So now I have to go fill in 1s in all of those sections, and I need to copy this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight one of the fields that's already filled in. I'm going to click or hover my mouse over that little square. When my mouse turns into a plus sign, I'm going to hold down the left mouse button and drag it down, and it will copy it and fill it in. So we're going to go ahead and do some garlic bread. So we're going to have some more bread. That'll be 1 serving. And then I'm going to use the rest of my mozzarella for that. So I'm going to change my mozzarella to a 1 up there. So looks like we're doing really good. Now, looks like I'm going to need a snack. And I'm going to have to finish off everything else that I've been eating. So I'm going to go ahead and have some grapes. And I'm going to only have 3/4 of that container of purple. And for a yellow, I am going to have some sweet potatoes. Looks like I just need to spell it as sweet potato. And have 1 of those. And then for my orange, I am going to do some pumpkin seeds. Get 1 in there. And it looks like I have met all of my nutrition requirements for the day. So I get 100%. Now you can go ahead and fill in the rest of them. You use them for all 3 weeks. This was initially set up for a 21-day fix, so there's only 3 weeks in there. But if you want to ever copy something, you simply click on the tab, click on that down arrow, and then if you look, it will say one of your options is duplicate. Go ahead and duplicate, and it creates a copy of that. So you can double click on the tab itself and change the name to meals for week 4 if you are doing Insanity Max. So I hope you've enjoyed my presentation. I really encourage you to use this tool. It's fantastic when you are going out to eat and know what you're going to order ahead of time, so then you can actually plan your day a little bit better so you're not having to not get something you want out at your favorite restaurant. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me, and hope you have a great day.